Hi there. So this Thursday we are going to talk babies and dogs. So a few of you contacted me looking for tips on introducing a new baby to a dog. This topic is really important. It's really important for child safety, and it's really important to keep the dog in the family. I think one of the top reasons why dogs get sent to rescue centres is because the owners had a baby. So all we need to do is prep, but we need to prep way before its introduction stage. It's a really hard time for the dog, just like it is for the parents. Whole new experience. Their house and their life is never going to be the same. It's not going to look the same, smell the same, sound the same. So these are all things that we need to prep the dog for before the baby comes. The last thing we want is when we are lacking in sleep and our stress levels and our patience is really low because of that lack of sleep, to try to train our dog. We also don't want our dogs to associate all this change with the baby, because we don't want to build up negative associations with the baby. And remember, for the dog, nothing really good comes from a baby coming into the household, because all it does is take away their time from their owners. The time gets halved, or a lot more than halved. So we just need to prep the dog for all these new routines that life is going to look like. What life is going to look like with a kid, and get the dog used to that now. I will be here for hours. What you really need to do is be responsible. Contact your local training school. We hold baby proof your pooch seminars here. There'll be one coming up in September. And that is just for expecting parents or grandparents or child minors, just so you have some skills to deal with living with children and living with animals in the same household. And it can be tricky, but just like everything, it's easy once we know how, and once we have a plan, and once we put that into action. Number one tip, the top tip I can give on having kids in the house and a dog, is become an expert at canine communication. You should understand what every little movement and sign that your dog gives you means. To be honest with you, I feel like every dog owner should be an expert in being able to predict what's about to happen. But a lot of people, they don't understand the signs that the dogs are giving off. Look up ladder of aggression. Your dogs give all these very subtle signs at the lower end of this ladder, and all they're doing is asking for space, and if they have to keep on going up that ladder, it's going to lead to a bite, and we don't want to get up there. We don't even get near to it when we're dealing with kids and dogs. So yes, that would be my main tip, is skill up on communication. I'm assuming that your dog's already trained to some level. If they aren't, get into a manners course now. Learn how to communicate with your dog. Your dog will need a lot of skills. They'll need to also be able to handle time away from you. And a lot of people, if they don't have kids now, their dogs are with them all the time. They're following them from room to room. They may sleep in the bedroom with them. So these are all things that we need to change now before the baby comes. Don't wait until the baby comes. Okay, that's all I'm going to say on it, because otherwise we'll be here for hours. Contact your local training school, get a private session, or a lot of the training schools throughout Ireland will offer things like we do in the baby proofing your pooch, or something similar. It's just a 90-minute session. Okay, we'll see you next Thursday.